All right, we're going to let, what's your name?
Yeah.
Hal here will introduce our guest speaker.
Okay.
President Russ, fellow Lansing guests. It's a wonderful pleasure to be your program chairman for the 4th time this month. There's one more time. Can you believe that? Big surprise next week.
You've only been here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have Dolly show us swimming lessons and turtles. Yeah. But today we've got Phil and Lucy Hayes. They work with a group called Building in Youth, where they help and mentor youth. Just so you know, when you look at Phil, he and I are the same age, because we both had the same hair color and style when we met. I don't know how he got all that gray stuff in his beard. Yeah. Phil's been a general contractor. He's gone on missions around the world. He has done a number of things, and right by his side has been his beautiful wife, Lucy. I want you to listen carefully to the mentoring opportunity that he's going to share with you today. Calvary Community Church is working on the mentoring with our youth group, and him and a number of our people have gotten involved. So, without anything further, Phil Hayes.
You can either use that one or I'll use that one, but I think for the slideshow I'll put it over there. Well, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Phil Hayes, and Lucy and I have lived down in this area for about 10 years now. We came from the Seattle area. I was a general contractor up there for 32 years, and my wife was my real estate agent of 42 years in a few months. So, but we decided to retire down in this area, and we had met with a group of people that have a mission heart, and it was called the Hard Hats for Christ. That's their nickname. It's actually Construction Workers Christian Fellowship, where we build churches, schools, and orphanages around the world. And unbeknownst to a lot of people, our home office is here in Longview. And but our heart and ministry had to do with the youth of today. Today's youth face a very uncertain future, and some have no hope for the pursuit of the American dream. A few key factors contributing to this are high unemployment, dysfunctional family life, and one that is unintended consequence of our high-tech instant message world is the shallow and fleeting relationships. Kids today have very few stable adult role models to guide them through the maze of adolescence. So our ministry has to deal with, we work with all the 4 high schools. I'll let Lucy talk more about that in a minute. But it is to train youth, mentor youth in the construction industry, but we also do training for mentoring practices. We are a member of the CAYM, they call it. It's the Christian Association of Youth Mentoring. They fashioned themselves after the Big Brother, Big Sister program, and they have all the safe practice techniques and procedures that we need to do to have a viable, thriving ministry here in this area. So we're excited to be here, and we look forward to many, many more years of work. So I'm gonna let Lucy do some of the talking.
I have a question for you.
Want me to hold that for you?
Yes. Thank you. Does this look familiar? Is that what we're dealing with relationships now?
Yeah.
How many people adults too, come on, don't be.
Our kids made us do it.
I know. But like Phil was saying, the unintended consequence of this is you're not doing face-to-face and you're not talking. When you're doing this, it's short, not even whole words. It's mostly syllables, and that's not how most of us were raised. We saw a sign on Facebook that said, "We don't have Wi-Fi here, so you're going to have to talk to each other. Pretend it's the 1990s." And on some of the kids growing up now, they wouldn't know really what that meant. Anyway, youth can benefit from adult role models that can fill a great need in their lives. A lot of kids come from single-parent homes. These parents are a lot of times working more than one job, so they're just overworked, overburdened, overstressed, and not a lot of time to really put in to their kids. And they absolutely love having a mentor come alongside and work with their child. How many of you know of kids that are basically being raised on TV, video games, the little iPods and iPads and whatever else they're playing with? That's their main focus, as well as other kids that are doing the same thing. So since we all seek identities, the kids are doing the same things, but a lot of times they're seeking it through friends that maybe don't have a good background as well. They get into drugs, they get into having sex, they get into just a lot of gangs. That's what is feeding a lot of this gang mentality, is they're looking for family. They're looking for people they can connect with, and they will find someone. We're hoping to help them find people that will be a positive influence in their lives. And one small solution to this ever-increasing problem is to train mentors who can provide kids with the needed tools, help them with their attitudes, with their outlooks, and get them on track toward pursuing that American dream. Building in Youth is currently working with the 4 public high schools. We have great relationships with all the counselors. We've stopped in to see most of them to wish them Merry Christmas, and some of them were saying, okay, are we going to start that program again? Because we started in January. So they know that we can offer some real positive things for the kids. We can't do a lot because it's mostly just Phil and myself, so that's why we're out to recruit different people that can come on board and help, once a week, once a month, if that's all you can do, in working with the kids. The classes that we provide after school on building techniques and safety training with power tools, you don't get to touch power tool until they've had the safety training on it. And classes are in preparation for Saturday afternoon projects where we build ramps for veterans, elderly and disabled folks, building picnic tables in our parks. Would you believe picnic tables get stolen all the time from parks? So now we're building 16-footers. These projects also satisfy the need that kids have every year for their community service projects. I thought they were supposed to have 20 every year. It turns out it's just 6 every year, but 21 is not a bad thing. So I'll hand it back to you.
So one of the advantages of having this program is that we, like Lucy said, work with the high school students. We also work in collaboration with Habitat for Humanity. They have a Brush with Kindness. We've done several ramps with them. AmeriCorps, we had a ramp up and spruce up day, so that we actually built 5 wheelchair ramps in one day, and then spruced up people's yard. And we know that you guys are really strong on building ramps and stuff, and we really appreciate that. Working together, there are so many elderly that cannot stay in their home unless they have a way to get in and out of their home. We've worked with the Goodwill Training Center, Love Inc., and the Lower Columbia School Garden. We built a shed for them recently. We're members of the Longview Chamber of Commerce, Lower Columbia Contractors Association, and we just recently completed a home for a veteran in Longview with Home Depot. We've seen a lot of these shy and withdrawn kids really realize the impact of working with their hands and actually doing physical work. Building ramps provides solid volunteer experience, and we do have several men that work with us through the Love Inc. and the Goodwill Training Center and things like that. So many of the kids that have worked have gone off to college or seek other type of employment in the trades, but they've gained a confidence. We're sort of like a pre-qualified, what is it called? Apprenticeship program, thank you, that sort of gives an overview, a flyover, if you will. Last year, a couple of the teams built dog houses in for the veterans, and one of our students was photographed standing on a ramp that she had personally built for her grandmother, and she says, "Thank you so much, I couldn't have done it without you." And she's quite a gal. We keep in constant contact with her. Being a faith-based organization, we can offer more than teaching tools of the trade, but we can impart life skills, building character, integrity, respect, showing up on time. Those are, and that life is bigger and greater than yourself. A lot of our young people today, their world is them, and we see their eyes, and it just sort of lights up when they do something for someone else. And a lot of the recipients of the ramps are so thankful, and the kids are so turned on by helping other people, and that's what we need to do. And that God has a purpose for their life. Since we are a faith-based organization, we don't have any particular denominational, religious, we accept and work with all kids from all faiths. But about 5 years ago, I quit shaking my head like this when someone would talk about our youth today. And I started shaking my head like this. Yes, I can be a part of the solution. And so that's what Building in Youth is all about. We can make a difference. The Bible talks about that when life is all boiled down to its essence, it's faith, hope, and love. And we can share our faith, we can give them hope, and we can love them. And that's really what Building the Youth wants to do, is love our future generation. So I wanted to go through a little presentation of what we do.
An elephant is capable of getting around it. Why would they do it? Well, like typical delinquents from urban jungles, they'd grown up without role models. What's different is they don't have a father. Everyone needs a dad. I think everyone needs a role model. And these elephants that left the herd had no role model and no idea of what appropriate elephant behavior was. Thrown together without any adults to calm them down or teach them how to behave. That's when the killings at Pilansburg Park began, and he was the gang leader. Here he is sparring with one of his pals. But the attacks became more violent. At one point, the Buddha spent 7 hours stubbornly going after a group of rhinos. The rangers were baffled by the behavior of these young male elephants. It was strange. It was unprecedented. But then a pattern began to emerge, and the reason behind the delinquency became clear. And the solution turned out to be the biggest Big Brother program in the world. The Rangers went looking for big daddies, role models. They fired tranquilizer darts into older males, packed them up, and hauled them away to the Pilansburg Park. It was like teenagers running on the loose. That's right. And all of a sudden Dad comes home. Suddenly he's there, and Dad is being honest to them. And in Dad's presence, we predicted they were just trying to set themselves in there. Was it just Dad's size, or did Dad's behavior influence them? Dad's behavior as well. The Pilansburg juveniles seem to be reading the message loud and clear. Since the big bulls arrived, not one rhino has been killed.
But I will say that Building in Youth does not do any tranquilizing.
Please. I got 2 grandkids that need tranquilizing.
So I'm going to go through a few pictures that just show the local area of working with high school kids. We provide the safety equipment, the safety vest, the eye protection, ear protection, all that. So There we are doing a fire escape for a building that had no second exit. We go to fairs. This is a construction fair where every year we team up with Kelso High School to do the construction career fair. This is a group of kids in the Longview area.
That was the Ramp Up Spruce Up project.
Right. And like I say, we have modeled and fashioned our mentoring program after Big Brother, Big Sister. So I want to give you a little video taste of what they talk about. This is for the LA Big Brothers, Big Sisters, but it applies to what we do.
Kids need mentors.
Like me.
And no matter what you do or how hard you try to convince them otherwise,
They're always going to look up to the adults in their lives.
for most of us, that means our parents.
They take us to trips to the zoo, teach us to ride bikes, to not eat the gum stuck under the bleachers, and what to say or not to say to the girl or boy you like in class.
But a lot of kids aren't so fortunate. One of their parents might be incarcerated while they work 2 jobs to make ends meet.
You might be in the foster system or worse, on the streets.
Scared and alone.
It's hard to see a bright future for yourself,
When all that surrounds you is so dim.
and all it takes to make a difference in a child's future is a caring adult.
One caring adult to keep a child off drugs and out of prison.
To help them graduate high school and go to college.
To think better of themselves with higher self-esteem.
And to even become a loving parent him or herself one day.
And that's why an organization like Big Brothers Big Sisters is so important.
Because today, there are over 600,000 at-risk children in Los Angeles County.
When families fall in hard times, struggling parents and grandparents can't help with homework or give their kids the support they need.
These children are being left behind.
And Big Brothers Big Sisters
Seeks to reverse that trend.
With a unique one-on-one mentoring program, Big Brothers Big Sisters
pairs at-risk children, or littles, with carefully screened volunteer mentors called Bigs, creating positive relationships that change the lives of these kids for the better, forever. Bigs and littles get together twice a month to share fun, recreational, and educational activities they both enjoy.
And even though the minimum commitment for Bigs is only a year,
The friendship lasts much longer, and the impact lasts a lifetime. Beyond guidance, stability, and friendship, Bigs also provide exposure to new experiences.
new people and new opportunities,
Littles are proven to have better attendance at school, lower dropout rates,
and decrease involvement with drugs and violence.
By providing a consistent role model in a little's life,
The Big Brothers Big Sisters mentoring program
conferts proven positive outcomes on littles.
ranging from high school graduation to preparedness for higher education and avoidance of juvenile delinquency. It's currently the #1 high-impact national nonprofit organization.
serving at-risk youth.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Greater Los Angeles is committed to serving more children.
And changing more lives. Currently, one-on-one mentoring is provided for over 1,500 at-risk children across the Los Angeles County area. There are over 135 kids waiting to be paired with
The potential Big Brother or Big Sister.
And that number is only expected to grow.
Our future depends on our children.
And they depend on us.
Learn how you can positively impact a child's life by visiting
www.bbb.sla.com.
So that you can just see that if 600,000 kids in the LA area are in need of mentors, just think of this area as well. We have so many kids that are just in desperate need of a male role model or a female role model. We need kids that are cared for and loved, because even if they have a bad home environment, they have a worth, they have a potential, and we need to bring that out in our youth today. These are just some more of the pictures that we showed working with different kids.
How many kids do you work with?
Probably during the year we'll work with 50 to 60. Not all as mentor relationships. Sometimes it's just a one out or 2 days. So we don't have enough mentors to actually fulfill all the needs that our kids have today.
Which is why we are starting to meet with different churches, to see that within the church there are people who may or may not have construction background experience, but they have something they can share with, just to listen. You know, for a young person to have someone that they can just talk to
Yeah.
an hour 2 hours a month, just at different times. That's invaluable.
And we have probably 10 men that have been working with me in mentoring kids, but we desperately need more. And there's a lot of girls that really need the female role model in our area. But you know, construction is such an easy way. I've always said that girls, they can communicate and build a relationship face to face, but boys have a little harder time. They have to do it shoulder to shoulder, working together, and tools are just a good excuse to build a relationship. That lady is 102 years old in Kelso.
Matched for the last 2.5 years, and we do a lot of fun things together.
The dog's names are Moby and Daisy. We take them out to the park.
One of the big things that we just do is take them out for a walk, or go to the park, one of the nearby parks.
Samantha and I have been together about 2.5 years. And when we first got together, we could just go out to eat all the time because we both love to eat. Something I like about Sharon is that she's very smart and she can help me a lot in school and stuff. Our family has gatherings, like birthday dinners, she's come to that before, so she's just become another part of the family.
We enjoy just being together. We love to go to movies. What else do we like to do?
We like to shop.
We like to shop. I taught her about that. And we just like spending time together.
We've been together for about 2 years, and something that is fun that we have done is probably scrapbooking. It's something we can relate to, and looking back at old memories, and pottery painting. We love pottery painting.
Allison and I have been in the mentoring program for 3 years. Before that, we were in a tutoring program together for a year. That's how we met. And some of the fun things we do, we've done bowling and ice skating. That was one of your favorites, right?
Yeah.
I go do it again. We go out to eat. We go to the movie once in a while. Come over to my house, play games, do homework. Your favorite thing.
She taught me more about our Lord and to pray more, and it's really nice. Now she's really nice.
Our kids are, you know, I'm so impressed with these area kids that we work with. There are some kids that have some real goals and real ambition, and it's fun to watch that blossom within just a simple project of construction. I know you guys do a lot of ramps for people. It would be nice if we could have some of you work with young people. You know, there was this old adage of don't send your kids to camp, take them. Well, that's what I have with building a youth. Don't build a ramp. Help bring them and help show how to build a ramp. And your legacy will live on. That's down at Grants Pass. And we don't allow shorts normally, but these kids were from Florida. They were up here working, and I don't think that girl had any other kind of clothes. There we are building picnic tables. We have an opportunity to build the Cowlitz County Parks picnic tables here in the next few months. We're going to build over 50 of them. But which direction? Kids are so in need of direction. A lot of times kids don't even understand that even at 26 they're still adolescents, and that's really not what we want in our children. We want to have them with goals and aspirations.
A lot of my friends at my school are going through
And this is the last one.
like parties and stuff like that, and if Sherry wasn't there, like I guess I'd be going to that too, and probably not making the right choices and stuff like that. A lot of them are going, like a lot of my girlfriends are going through like eating disorders and stuff, and like we talk about this all the time. Like like on the way here, we were just talking about it, and I don't know, I wouldn't have someone to talk to about it. So I just made it curious to try it myself. Where I'm from, we're not expected to like go to college and get great jobs, but I feel now that I have everything in my life, I can get great jobs and I can go somewhere in my life. She's just talked to me and comforted me and has told me that it's not the way to be and that I can change my life and change the pattern because my grandma was also like that towards my mother. And I don't have to be that way. I can come to be a Christian and I can love God and God will help me and show me the way. And Sharon's just given me some good advice and has taught me the best things I think I could ever have.
So thank you for allowing us to share what we're doing with the Building the Youth program. If you want to be a part of it, we'd love to have you. I see a lot of old carpenters out there. I don't know if you're really carpenters.
At least the old ones, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the kids would love. Any questions? Go ahead.
You mentioned 4 high schools in the local area. Which 4 high schools did you mention?
That's Kelso High School, R.A. Long, Mark Morris, and Discovery High School, which is the alternative high school right next to R.A. Long. And then we do work with Three Rivers Christian High School as well. So, any other questions? Lucy's passing out a brochure and just a little bit more about us so you can look on our website and hopefully we'll answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming.
You bet.
And we get a little mug for you and an application for membership if you're so
Thank you.
inclined.
Yes, thank you.